play through Sonatina Opus 36, number 1, without repeats before I explore ways to memorize it. Now this piece, as I played it first, has many symmetries in it. It's very comprehensible from a number of points of view. We talked about mapping in my blog. And so if I were to map this piece out, the first thing I want to know is the smallest possible motif of this piece. And I probably should have mentioned that in the blog. Because the smallest possible motif upon which the piece is based is a broken chord. And that broken chord appears in second inversion in the beginning. It's sort of like a trumpeter kind of motif, because except it's not exactly in that motion. It's this first root note of C major, and then it goes up a third and comes back down. So it's in second inversion. C major is, tonic chord is root position C, E, G, first inversion, second inversion. So second inversion, little kind of trumpeter kind of motif. And so that's the first thing you want to notice when you throw your hands down there or put your hands down there. You want to outline the second inversion, and you want to note the fingering, which is 1, 2, 4, not 1, 3, 5. That's something you want to know right away. Block it out. Okay, the next thing to notice, and this is the first theme, and of course it's an exposition, which means in the classical era you present your first and second theme, if there is a second theme, in the first section. Then, according to the classical form, you have a development section, and then you usually have a recapitulation back. Now in the development section, it may be that the recapitulation brings back the first theme only, or it could bring back the second theme in the home key. I know in a Beethoven sonata or sonatina, one of my students did, there was no first theme coming back, there was a second theme coming back. So these are things you're looking for. So we already know the motif is the broken chord. Following the broken chord, which is part of that first phrase, you have a descending scale, more or less, which meanders a little bit. So take note of the scale and where it deviates. It doesn't go straight down, it sort of takes a little detour, and then it comes back down to the dominant note. Something to notice. Then the first theme repeats soft. So you have the same material. Now it goes into, the broken chord goes into root position, goes up to the root position from the second inversion. Something to notice. This will help memorization, but also helps learning, laying down the learning. Now what you have here is a sequence of notes. You have skip down, step up, skip down, step up, skip down, step up, skip down, step up. But we're going to another key because F sharp introduces the key of G major. So the sequence is very important. I tell students, block it out. Block out these parallel thirds, because they really are parallel thirds. Or if they don't play out as parallel thirds, they play out as skip down, step up, skip down, step up. There's your sequence. Now you're in a new key here, and this is the second theme. It is a scale, a simple scale in G major. So wow, what's not to memorize? G major scale, straightforward, 1 octave scale. It's going by way of the scale to the second degree of G major, which is a broken octave. Broken octave, there's your key words. And then it goes up by steps to the next level, still G major. The scale starts on the third degree, and it keeps going up by step. It goes up by step by having a scale, broken octave, a scale in the next degree, and a broken octave, all symmetrical. Again, break the step up, break the octave. Now here you have the second inversion of a G major. You're in G major and you're just going through a second inversion of a broken chord. Now this you just have to watch your intervals, stepping down, repeated note, step down, skip, and step down. As far as the left hand, it's not very complicated. It has a C and then again C, the root. The root is spelled at the fundamental bass and then the dominant note and then come down by the octave higher. And this is a fundamental bass. It's going toward G major. Solfeggio. I always use solfeggio. I go Ti, Do, Fa, Sol, Sol, Do. Ti, Do, Fa, Sol, Sol, Do. Then you have the left hand filling in the dominant, because we are in G major, so we have a new dominant, which is a D major chord, and it's inverted. Then it comes back to the tonic, and it goes to again a dominant, alternating with dominant and tonic. So this is dominant, we're in G major, tonic, G major, dominant again, with a seventh. Then roll through the second inversion and melodic. And there's your exposition. The development section goes into the parallel minor, where we were in C major in the beginning of the piece. He's going to C. It's more somber. So you have to say to yourself, I'm going to C minor by way of C minor's dominant, which is G, B, D, F. So it's much sadder. Think C minor. Now you're going through the dominant seven. Just, rolling out dominant seven. Then tonic minor. Dominant, theme comes back, but it's an octave lower. So the very beginning theme is an octave lower. You already know it then. This is coming back, an octave lower. Now upside down. Now you have inverted the opening measure, inverted it. Instead of it going C, E, C, G, it's coming C below. That's more like that's truly like the trumpeter reveille. So inverted, and just parallel thirds, coming down in thirds like a scale in thirds. Now we have the second theme, which is in this case the home key. That's the recapitulation. Actually, the recapitulation was theoretically here. I have to correct myself. This was the recapitulation, but it was an octave lower. And this is the second theme, and it's in the home key. Dominant and this is change, something different. So what he did here was peaked at so much symmetry, very digestible and straightforward.